At Healthcare Partners Medical Group, our mission is to provide the highest quality of healthcare to each and every patient. With 5 locations in Pahrump, we are local doctors you know and trust. We want to thank you for choosing us. Quality care starts here.
News 46 is brought to you by Healthcare Partners and Humana. News is also brought to you by Barry Levinson and Associates, Pahrump's Bankruptcy Center. When it comes to important matters like bankruptcy, call an experienced, compassionate attorney. Call the Bankruptcy Center of Pahrump. Call 775-727-4747. News is also brought to you by Tire Works Total Car Care. Not your typical tire and service company. Guaranteed lowest prices on tires. Your one-stop shop for all automotive needs. Call 775-751-6100 or 702-365-TIRE. News is also brought to you by the St. Therese Mission, a future venue for cultural and environmental events near Pahrump. Get involved. Visit us at sttheresemission.com or call 702-507-4172.
Tonight on News 46, a pedestrian accident at Highway 372 and Pahrump Valley Boulevard.
A 2-vehicle accident in front of the high school injures 1 person.
And Just Us performs at the Pahrump Fair and Festival. News 46 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 46 with Rick Vale and Rhonda Van Winkle. Local coverage from Deanna O'Donnell and news across Nevada with Janet Eric. News 46, local coverage you can count on.
Good evening, it's Monday, October 10th, 2011. I'm Rick Vale.
And I'm Angelique Stefanelli for News 46. Topping our news tonight, you may recognize the man who hit the mirror of the CMA cable truck this morning at Highway 372 and Pahrump Valley Boulevard. The pedestrian is a homeless man named Dwight Orendorf. According to Nevada Highway Patrol Sergeant Carlos Rivera, Orendorf allegedly walked into the path of traffic.
Tonight's accident report is brought to you by Stovall & Associates. Don't expect insurance companies to have your best interest in mind. Stovall & Associates cares. Let us help you if you have been involved in an accident.
Apparently what we have is we have a pedestrian that is preparing to cross the intersection on 372, crossing from south to north, so he's walking northbound across the intersection. And we have a vehicle that's in the fast lane going westbound on 372, and apparently what it looks like is a pedestrian stepped out in front of the vehicle and got struck. It looks like he got struck with the mirror of the vehicle.
So I know he was transported. How intense are his injuries?
Right now it doesn't appear to be too intense. Right now he was conscious, was talking on there, so hopefully he'll be okay. We're going to do a follow-up here at the local hospital here right now shortly.
And the CMA cable guy, is he going to be looking at a citation, or we don't think that he had anything to do with the incident?
Well, right now everything's still very early in the investigation right now, so we'll have to look at everything that we have right now. But right now it would appear that we do have a pedestrian that is not walking in a marked crosswalk. If he stepped out in front of a vehicle, obviously, then we do have responsibility as pedestrians when we're crossing the highway to make sure it's clear as well also.
And tell me some more information. I know that recently we've been talking about, this intersection tends to be somewhat of an issue when people aren't looking, but also as well what people can do to avoid this.
Well, this is a very highly traveled intersection right now, and we just ask people to pay more attention, look both ways, make sure you come to a complete stop, and, just practice everything that you did when you got your driver's license at a very, when you were young. Look left, look right, look left again, and make sure it is clear to go in both ways.
I want to remind everybody to please be careful when you're walking or riding on the roadways throughout the town. Of course, Pahrump Valley Boulevard and Highway 372 is a highly traveled, dangerous intersection that you need to use caution if you're walking or even crossing in your vehicle across this intersection. And once again, as of October 1st, you're required to use a hands-free device when using your cell phone in your vehicle. If you haven't got your hands-free device, I urge you to get it. They can pull you over for this right now, although they can't cite you until January 1st. They can cite you on other violations that they see. And of course, one more reminder, if you see emergency vehicles, you are required to pull to a complete stop on both sides of the roadways while they pass. This is Deanna O'Donnell on Pahrump Valley Boulevard and Highway 372.
Mr. Orendorf was transported to Desert View Hospital with minor injuries.
And one woman was transported locally following a collision at the intersection of Calvada and Mount Charleston last night.
A two-vehicle accident last night at Calvada and Mount Charleston required emergency crews to arrive on scene for the Way Baptist Church van, which had a collision with a pickup truck at the intersection. The pickup truck sustained major damage. The van, however, sustained minor damage. The woman inside the pickup truck was transported to Desert View Hospital, complaining of lacerations to her arm as well as a possible neck injury. The driver and only occupant of the Way Baptist Church van sustained no injury in this accident. Traffic was blocked in both directions during the investigation of this accident, which was conducted by Nye County Sheriff's deputies. This is Deanna O'Donnell on Calvada and Mount Charleston for News 46.
A minor rear-end collision near the parking lot of Wal-Mart yesterday morning required emergency crews to transport one person complaining of chest pain.
Nye County Sheriff's deputies and Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue responded to a two-vehicle rear-end collision at Yellowhand and Highway 160 yesterday morning. What appears to be a minor accident still prompted Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue to transport one man in the front vehicle complaining of chest pain. Nye County Sheriff's deputies blocked Yellowhand in the eastbound directions while they conducted this investigation. This is Deanna O'Donnell on Yellowhand and Highway 160 for News 46.
And the Conserve Wildlife license plate is now available at every Nevada Department of Motor Vehicles office. The new license plate features a mule deer, sage grouse, and a rainbow trout against a classic Nevada landscape.
That's right, and revenue from sales of the new plate will go directly to the Nevada Department of Wildlife's education and volunteer programs. And folks, coming up, part 2 of our interview with Lieutenant Anita Smith regarding fire safety.
And we talked to 17-year-old guitarist Derek Jordan about his new band called Just Us.
We'll have all this and more right after the break, so please keep it here.
News 46 is brought to you by Southwest Medical Associates. Their healthcare center is now open in your neighborhood. Southwest Medical Associates. Now that's powerful medicine.
Hello and welcome back. Item number 20B on the Board of County Commissioner agenda was the discussion, deliberation, and possible decision regarding changing the office hours at the county treasurer and county branch offices located in Pahrump.
Okay, we'll go to item 20B, action, discussion, deliberation, and possible decision regarding changing the office hours for Nye County treasurer, Nye County, or the county recorder branch offices located in Pahrump.
Mr. Chairman, the offices of the treasurer and recorder announced the closure of their offices on Fridays in their satellite offices in Pahrump. Based on the NRS, it requires board approval to do that. So that's the purpose of this agenda item.
And that is to fulfill the furlough requirements. Was that the email that I got?
I think that prompted it, yeah.
Yeah, that prompted it. Motion to approve.
Second with discussion.
I have a motion by Commissioner Wigman to approve, second by Commissioner Shinhoven. Further discussion?
Yes, Mr. Chairman. This is just the Pahrump offices? They're not going to be going to 410s here, Tonopah, or anywhere
No,
else?
just the Pahrump office.
410s, it's,
Closing on Friday.
yeah, but that's for a furlough day.
I apparently misunderstood what was going on here then. I thought they were extending their hours on those other days.
They are not. If I could explain, they're going to remain open to the public from 8 to 5 on Monday through Thursday. They will be working 10-hour days. One they're believing that they will be able to get some of the admin work done without having the office open. But then that also then allows them to facilitate the furloughs within that schedule. So the office will only be open Monday through Thursday, 5 to 8. It'll be closed on Fridays.
It'll be closed to the public, but they'll still be in.
No, they are off on Fridays.
And the hours are going to be 8 to 5?
Yes.
That's not 10 hours.
But they're working 2 extra hours
Before
and after.
That's what I'm trying. So they will be working 410s.
Well, they're working 410s, but the office is only open 8.
Okay. See, that was my confusion.
Mr. Chairman?
Thank you.
Yes.
If they work 10 and it's still 40 hours, where's the furlough time come in?
It's my understanding that the furlough will come in those 2 hours, or
It makes it easier for them to accommodate the furlough hours by doing it this way.
They can
They will
stagger.
still take the furlough hours, and it will not be on Friday because that is a day the office is closed. But it facilitates their ability to work around the furlough hours better in their minds.
Yeah.
And are we doing that in Tonopah also, or just Pahrump?
You can't. The Tonopah office has to be open from 8 to 5 o'clock Monday through Friday
By NRS.
by NRS.
It's the county.
This is only because, you have to have an office open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. The statute gives you the authority to change the hours of any satellite offices.
Further discussion?
Pam, are they rotating within that 40 hours to take time off? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay, that answered my question. Thank you.
Call for the question. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Aye. Passes 3-1 with Commissioner Easton not present.
And we continue with our interview with Lieutenant Anita Smith from Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue regarding fire safety.
It's very true. It's very rare that somebody would actually die by the fire itself. It's the products of that fire. The combustion process obviously creates a lot of toxic gases and smoke, and that's typically what asphyxiates and causes the death. So what they don't understand is it may not burn quick enough to burn them, but they can still die in the fire, become unconscious due to those toxic gases.
And fire alarms, smoke alarms?
Fire alarms are imperative. They got to be there. Outside of bedrooms, in the kitchen area, throughout the house. And what's most important is we find that a lot of people have smoke alarms, but they don't maintain them properly. So, those things have a lifespan on them. If they're over 10 years old, you probably need to replace it, But the biggest thing is to change the batteries twice a year. Anytime you change your clocks, for the time change, go ahead and change the batteries in your smoke detectors, and you can ensure that they'll be good.
And what about fire extinguishers?
Fire extinguishers are a great thing to have, okay? We obviously recommend that you have a fire extinguisher in your house, especially in the kitchen area. However, let me just make a point. Fire extinguishers are for small, controllable fires. They're for a quick hit, and you're done, okay? If you expel a fire extinguisher and the fire's still there, you need to get out, okay? We don't want people to stay in the house and try to fight even longer and harder. That's where the dangers come in, when they don't realize that it's larger than what they can control and what they can fix.
So call the fire department as soon as you can and just get out of the house. It's much safer for you and your family.
Absolutely. That's what we're here for. We provide that service for this community. We'll come and do it for them.
And 17-year-old guitarist Derek Jordan has a new band called Just Us. And we caught up with him at the festival where they played to a packed crowd.
Well, we just formed about a month ago, and we've been working on a lot of blues tunes from the 60s, like Albert King and B.B. King. And this was our first gig, was at the Fall Festival, and we're not sure what we want to do afterwards, but I'd like to keep playing.
I know you kind of sat in for a lot of bands during the Fall Festival.
Yeah, I've known John Earl and the Boogeyman Band for quite a while now, and I go in Vegas and I jam with them every now and then. And so it was fun playing with them. And then the Hendrix group played here last year, and I got to talk to them then. So
let's talk about how you've been expanding your own music, kind of genres that you've been expanding lately. Which is kind of interesting because you were playing some Cream songs recently. I know you've kind of dabbled in Led Zeppelin and Black Sabbath, and but Just Us. Are you going to continue with this band? And I know Poof Dirt was one of the groups that you had.
Yeah, Poof Dirt was just a little thing for last year, but Just Us, we'd like to maybe get gigs on Fremont Street or something. Yeah. And for me personally, I've been working on a lot of psychedelic rock and blues.
Oh, really? So you're going that direction now?
Yeah, mostly like 50s and 60s.
Yeah. So this is interesting. You also won at Guitar Center. What went on with that exactly?
I won the Las Vegas finals, then I moved on to Phoenix, but I didn't make it there.
But you won all of you're number one for the Las Vegas finals.
Vegas, yes.
Wonderful. So where are you going to be performing next?
I have no clue.
We're going to catch up with Miss Brenda and see what's going on at the library.
Well, next week we'll be starting the winter reading program for children. That will be on Wednesdays. It'll be starting at 9:15 for the 2- and 3-year-olds, and at 10 o'clock for the 4- and 5-year-olds, and then at 3 o'clock in the afternoon for the school children. So that'll be running clear through to almost Christmas time.
Wow. And some other things that might be going on here?
We still have our book club. That'll be meeting next Tuesday, the 18th at 1:30. This month we're reading authors who write both for young adult or children and adult books. We're reading one of each, so that should be kind of interesting to see how their writing style is different for the different age groups.
And I know we have an anime club here too as well.
Yes, they always meet here on the third Saturday of the month, and that's been going on for 4 or 5 years now. It's been very, very well received and been going on for quite a while.
And really popular.
Yes, very popular.
Also, what are we doing for Halloween here? Because I know we normally have some trick-or-treating and stuff.
Well, we used to have a can for a costume, but we don't have any costumes anymore, so we're not able to do that. I'm sorry. It just hasn't worked out that we have costumes. So what we do have is a few leftover decorations that we're trying to see if we can't dispose of those this year. I don't think we're going to be doing trick-or-treating this year either, as our budget's a little tighter than normal.
And any other things that are going on here?
Shakespeare meets here on, Tuesdays? They've been meeting here for a long time. We have the Nitwits that meet on Wednesday afternoons.
What's the Nitwits?
Oh, they come, a group of women who come with their knitting or crocheting, and they visit and they do projects. Usually their own projects. Sometimes they do a project that they give away, like they gave us a project of a quilted lap blanket that we auction off with a raffle. And they've been going on and meeting here for quite a while also.
I see that you have snowbird cards now available. What's that about?
Yes, we've had those for a few years. So people who come here for the winter and would like to check out books and movies and things, they can purchase a snowbird card for $25. Part of that is refundable when they leave, and then they have full library privileges.
And as well, everybody can get a library card, can't they?
You bet they can. They just need to show picture ID and something with their current mailing address.
And I know we have a great array of different movies here as well as books and just so many different things here at the library. Where are we located?
We're at 701 East Street.
And for more information, where can they call?
They can call 727-5930.
Well, it looks like we had a beautiful weekend. Did you have a good time?
I did. I was outside for a good portion of the weekend, particularly yesterday. It was gorgeous out there.
It was beautiful. I went into Vegas. I went to the movies, so I spent part of the day inside. But I did see that Real Steel film, which was fantastic. Highly recommended for everybody.
I'll have to go check it out.
But the weather was perfect to be outside yesterday. Today, it looks like it's starting to warm up just a little bit. And we're going to check in with Zach after the break to see what he has to say on our 7-day forecast.
News 46 Weather is brought to you by Healthcare Partners Medical Group, with 5 locations in Pahrump, local doctors and professional staff providing total care from infancy to seniors. News 46 Weather is also brought to you by your local dairy farmers. Dairy products are very important in maintaining a healthy body. For more information, you can visit their website at nevadadairycouncil.org.
Welcome back to News 46. I'm Zach Fuentes here with your weather. Hope everybody enjoyed their weekend, or maybe you're still having a weekend as many of you have Columbus Day off. But today we had sunny skies and a high of 78 degrees. The winds were coming out of the south-southwest at 5 miles per hour, and our gusts were at up to 7 miles per hour. The pressure's holding steady there at 30, and our UV index is at 6, which is high. The humidity is at 27%, and our sunrise was at 6:46 a.m. The record for today was back in 1996 at 98 degrees. Tonight we're looking at mostly clear skies. There might be a little bit of clouds out there, but not too much. A low of 58 degrees and winds coming out of the north at 3 miles per hour. Our gusts are going to be at up to 5 miles per hour, and the humidity at 40%. The sunset's looking to be at 6:15 p.m., and our record for tonight was 40 degrees back in 1961. Tomorrow, we're once again looking at some sunny skies. The temperature is going to go up a little bit at 83 degrees, but that's not too bad. And we're going to have a low of 61 degrees. The winds are going to come out of the north at 4 miles per hour, and our gusts are going to be at up to 8 miles per hour. The UV index is going to stay the same at 6 high, and our sunrise is looking to be at 6:47 a.m. The humidity at 26%. And our 7-day forecast. Things are going to be pretty dull, just sunny skies. It's not going to be as crazy as it has been lately with all the rain and the clouds and everything. Our temperatures are going to remain pretty consistent in the 80s, except for Thursday and Friday, where we're going to get into the 90s a little bit. But as we come closer to that, that might actually go down a little bit. Our overnights are going to be from the 60s and 50s, and actually Monday it looks like we're going to be in the 40s at 48 degrees. And showers and thunderstorms made Thor, South Carolina, have today's worst weather. Back to you.
And the Pahrump Wild West Extravaganza starts this Friday, October 14th at the Saddle West Hotel and Casino, with entertainment on the main stage until well after 11 p.m. Go to wildwestextravaganza.org for additional information on the schedule, vendors, the Pony Express Ride, Western Art Show, Single Action Shooter Society, the Shadow Mountain Players Melodrama, and much more.
And folks, on Saturday, October 22nd, the Rotary Club is holding a $10,000 cash giveaway. Only 300 tickets will be sold, and each ticket includes admittance for 2 people with heavy appetizers, 1 drink each, and 1 ticket entered into the drawing bin. Hurry, because these tickets sell out every year. For more information, call 702-628-7593 or call 727-9400, extension 203, and ask for Vern. And folks, that's going to do it for this edition of News 46. I'm Rick Vale.
And I'm Angelique Stefanelli.
And from everyone up here on the hill at KPVM, we wish you a safe evening, and we'll see you here again tomorrow night. Until then, good night, Pahrump.
Good night, Pahrump.